Hiya friends! This is a 15-minute flow to help you release tension in the hips. Begin sitting on the toes to open up the bottoms of the feet. Take a nice deep breath with the hands at the heart. Stay in this position so that the feet can open as long as you like. Bring the hands to the mat to come onto all fours. Bring the knees together, hands opposite sides of the mat, and just sway the hips side to side. Pause anywhere that feels tense. And then begin to move the hips in wide circles, moving all the way forwards and all the way back. Make the circles as large as you can. Make as much space in the chest and the hips as possible. And come into Sphinx pose, lowering the hips, coming onto the forearms, pulling the chest forward. You can move the neck side to side. And coming back onto all fours, raise the right leg. And when you find your balance, raise the left arm. Take the leg and the arm out to the side and back to center. Inhale, and as you exhale, bring the knee towards the elbow, rounding the spine. Extend on the inhale. Plant the right foot on the outside of the left and reach overhead, pressing the hips forward, taking a nice side stretch. Circle the arm as you come back to all fours. Raise the left leg, pressing the heel back along with the right arm. Take them both out to the side, flexing the foot. Extend, inhale. Exhale as you round the spine, curling everything in. Extend and plant the foot. Reach overhead. Press the hips forward and circle the arm. Come back to all fours, tuck the toes, send the hips up and back, pressing into downward dog. Relax the neck, melting the chest towards the thighs. Spread the feet towards the edges of the mat for a wide-legged dog, and turn the heels outwards. You can go up on the toes and melt the chest even further towards the thighs before pressing the heels back down. Move the feet back to normal downward dog and raise the right leg straight up, then bend and point the toe. Begin drawing circles with the knee, keeping the toe pointed. Take these as slow or as quickly as you like. Feel free to pause anywhere that needs extra attention. Extend the leg and then plant it between the hands, coming down onto the knee. Plant the left hand, raise the right arm. Take a little twist. Inhale and extend, pressing harder into the left hand and reaching higher with the right. And twist as you exhale. Replant the right hand and press back into downward dog. Repeat on the other side, extending the left leg up and back. Point the toe, and draw circles with the knee. Take time or pause anywhere that feels right, continuing to melt the chest towards the legs. Extend before bringing the left foot back in between the hands and coming down onto the back knee. Right hand is planted, left arm spins the chest open as you reach for the sky. Press into the right hand, keeping the neck long on both sides, and pull the left shoulder back. Replant the hand. We'll come into a squat here, Malasana. Feet at the edges of the mat. Press the elbows into the knees. keeping the palms together. Inhale as the crown of the head draws towards the sky. And exhale as you further pull the tailbone in. Replant the hands and come into a forward fold. Bend one knee at a time, releasing tension in the hamstrings. You can also pause and sway side to side if you like. Keep the neck relaxed here. Step back into downward facing dog, pressing the hips up as high as you can. The right leg lifts, open the hip, and replant the right foot in between the hands. Back heel spins down. Get firm into the feet, squeeze the inner thighs, and come up into Warrior Two. Keeping the front knee over the ankle. You can take Mantis Mudra with the back hands. Play around with the hands to see how the energy feels. Reverse your warrior. Right hand to the left hip as you bring the shoulder down to the front knee. And repeat this a few times, keeping the legs firm and squeezing the thighs towards each other as you move. Let your breath guide your movements here in whatever way feels natural. Straighten the front leg and lean forward a couple of times, getting ready to go into triangle, reaching forward as far as possible before planting the hand. Spin the top shoulder back as far as possible, and try to tuck the right glute underneath the left before spinning the hands down, coming into a floating lizard. If this position feels intense, then just stay here and continue floating, moving the hips in any way that feels natural. If it feels okay, you can lower the back knee and work your way onto your forearms. Pull the crown of the head forward, allowing the muscles to relax naturally. Take your time as you do this, no need to rush your muscles, and try to let gravity do most of the work here. Stay as long as you like. Before planting the left hand, you can press the right knee back and away, taking a little twist as you flex the right foot. Really allowing the hips to open. Replant the hands. Find your way onto all fours. Just come up onto the knees just to roll the wrists a bit. Shake it out any way that feels good. And the hands come to the hips. Tuck the tailbone in. Imagine a string pulling the chest towards the sky and lean back, taking a brief back bend. And sigh out any tension. Before replanting the hands, tuck the toes, send the hips up and back, downward dog. Left leg lifts. Point the toe, open the hip. And bring the leg in between the hands. Back heel spins down. Find ground in the feet. And spin the arms open until you're in Warrior Two, with the heels in line, making sure the front knee is over the ankle. You can take Mantis Mudra, closing all of the fingers with the back hand. Press to open the chest here, and reverse your warrior. Left hand, right hip, as the shoulder lowers to the knee, and you reach overhead. And repeat this flow, however feels natural. Extending as far as you can on either side, letting the breath guide your movement. Straighten the front leg and reach forward, guiding with the chest. Do this a couple of times, keeping the right hip extended as far to the right as you can before planting the hand and coming into triangle. You can always use a block underneath the left hand if the ground feels far away. Focus on spinning the right shoulder back. Take a good few breaths here. before we'll plant the hands and make our way into floating lizard. So scooting the left foot towards the edge of the mat and allowing a little bit of movement, or you can use stillness. Lower the back knee if it's available. Work your way to the forearms if it allows. Really extending the crown of the head forwards. Relaxing a little bit more with each exhale. Take extra time and care here. You can plant the right hand, pressing the knee away for a twist, flexing the left foot to protect the knee. And again, we'll come into Malasana, palms together, using the tension between the elbow and the knee to pull the crown of the head further up, tucking the tailbone. Working to open the chest here. And we'll come into a seat and a wide-legged straddle. Leading with the chest, keeping the spines as straight as possible. Inhale as you reach up and exhale as you lean forward. Repeat this a couple of times, keeping the feet flexed before you eventually melt. It's okay if the spine becomes a bit round here. Just keep pulling the toes back. Relax more and more on every exhale. Walk the hands back in. Keeping the left shoulder back, reach out towards the right. Do this a couple of times. Before, maybe you reach for the toe if it's available, and reach overhead with the left hand. It's okay if the chest is higher. Just let gravity do the work here as well. If you reach the top of the foot, that's great, but we don't care how far we go. And the other side, reaching towards the left. Exhaling as you reach. Before finding some stillness, you're welcome to use a block underneath the elbow here as well, and reaching overhead with the right hand. We're focused on really extending in the right side. We don't care how far we can go. Just keep spinning the right shoulder back and the gaze upward. Here we'll move the legs together. Extended for a twist. Right leg comes to the outside of the left knee. Inhale the arms up. Exhale to a T facing the right. Plant the right hand. The left elbow hooks behind the knee. Inhale as you extend. Exhale, twist deeper. Allow the twist to come from the torso. Out of that and go to the other side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to a T. Left hand comes down. Right elbow hooks the knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, twist. One breath at a time. Allowing your body to relax at its natural pace. And lay down, hug the knees into the chest, arms out to a T, keeping the knees hugged in, take them over to each side a few times. If you have the time, you can keep them on one side and lie there for a moment. Hug the knees in, you can rock side to side or forwards and back. Eventually we'll take the feet out wide and let the knees rest together. One hand on the belly, one on the chest. Allowing any emotions that have come up just to be there. A couple of options. If you have time, you can take the feet together and knees out into cobbler, or you can take a happy baby. I encourage you to take a while in both of these poses and just observe the mind and observe the emotions that come up. And And always take time in Shavasana, allowing the muscles to fully relax if you have a few moments today. Thank you so much for practicing today. The divine in me sees the divine in you. Namaste, everyone. Have a great day.